theoretically, I'm live. Hi, guys. It's just me, Lens, your friend, virtual friend. Hi, guys. So, we left ourselves here with no missions and no actual live contacts. Ah, here we go. Here we are. Veluta Lunata. She has a lovely name. One of Ghost Widow's personal aides. She's in Port Oaks. Capo Diable. Percy. Shelley Percy. Let's go to Veluta Lunata, because it's such a lovely name to trip off the tongue. We're off to Veluta Lunata. An Arachnos ghost story. We may have a problem with Special Operative Rauscher, the leader of the Arachnos lab, tasked with investigating the Red Hands. Lately, he's been erratic. Half the time he doesn't file his reports, and when he does, they're sketchy, to say the least. Ghost Widow's concerned that Rauscher may be using Arachnos property for his own pursuits. I'd like you to check out the lab and bring Rauscher back to me. I think I can get the truth out of him. Good evening. Ah. A future version? What's the past version like? It goes pretty well. And welcome. First time chatter in this gen. You're most welcome indeed, to be sure. So I have to check Rauscher. And I'm going to cheat, because I believe in constructive cheating. I'm going to set my notoriety to -1. So by default, all the mobs in the instances will be one level lower than me. Because I'm a bad guy and I like beating up weaker people. It's that simple. I hear a howl that you swear would split the earth. Well, it probably wouldn't actually split the earth. Oh. We've got ghosts. Past version had lowly, long California surfer dude hair. Well, I am a California dude. I've never surfed, and obviously, I don't have the hair, unless, well, back hair counts. Actually, I don't really have a lot of back hair. I got long, it feels like I have long ear and nose hair, and this is going on a little bit further than I probably should. Ah ha ha! So, I can see right through you, Night Terror, but that doesn't mean I'm just going to ignore you. This place is filled with ghosts. Fortunately, it seems that these ghosts burn. A little bit unexpected. I wouldn't have expected ghosts to burn, but there you are. I have never seen Brother Talks unless you count EBM's cosplay of Brother Talks. Well, I'm going to take a moment and take a knee and get my health and endurance back. Health and energy. So that I can continue to kick metaphorical butt when in fact ghosts have no butts. As best I can determine, ghosts have no butts. I'm seeking clues, but while I'm seeking clues, I don't see any reason we can't let these little ectoplasmic losers feel the flaming fists of the flaming sensation. Burning sensation was already taken. ghosts. No ghosts. I do have a slight idea, and good evening, Fat Buddy. And welcome back, as always. My fire is so good, it works on ghosts. But they are doing significant damage to me. I need take another quick knee and heal up. Actually, next time I'll try my healing flames. I haven't tried those yet. Stairs. Ghosts. Getting ectoplasm on my hands. It's gross. Let's throw ourselves a heal. See how much we get out of that. It's a good heal. Don't know what the cooldown is off the top of my head, but that's a solid heal to be sure. I'll note they're also using darkness attacks, and darkness attacks, when they hit, like those, give you an accuracy debuff. Because this is a game in which you can miss. Unlike modern MMOs, where basically you never miss anymore. I can remember the days when you had to build to make sure you got your hits. You had to hit cap. Anyone who played WoW back at release will remember having to get to the hit cap on all your characters so that they didn't miss. Alright, that other one. Did he get away? Or did my last shot finish him? That's a solid heal. Not a huge one. Find them and skin them all. Alright, that is a ghost that has issues. I gotta use the big heal. I will once again take a knee. These guys hit pretty hard, gotta say. I mostly solo, but then I mostly solo in most games. There is certainly no need to. There is group content, especially at higher levels, things like task forces and the like, where you'll have enormous groups, more likely to resemble open world. There are world bosses, so that would be similar to a Guild Wars 2 world boss. And then there are the task forces, which are sort of closer to something like, say, the Tequatl fight. Too much harm to me. Let's continue to kick more butt here. Seek clues. I'm seeking clues. Level 13. And the mission's complete. I leveled up. We now get the cool closing music. And out we go. Sadly, we get these big buffs when you level up, but I've already defeated all the ghosts in the place. My contact? Veluta Lunata. It's just such a great name. Veluta Lunata. It just rolls off the tongue. Hello, Veluta Lunata. This doesn't look good for Rauscher. At a minimum, he's let his project get way out of hand. At worst, he's off on some crazy quest for power. We've got to find him, Flaming Sensation. If we let him get away, Ghost Widow may well take her frustration out on both of us. You've proved your skill, Flaming Sensation, although your loyalty is still in question. I will allow you greater access to my store, but I would like you to call in frequently. I'll take the next mission. An Arachno's Ghost Story, Chapter 2. If we don't find Special Operative Rauscher, Ghost Widow will have both our heads. Fortunately, I've got an idea where he may be. Rauscher maintained a secondary lab where he kept most of the ghosts his men had captured. Not a lot of people know about it. It'd be a good place for him to hole up if he suspects trouble, which he should. Care to check it out? Sure, I'll check it out. Already made my contingency plans, kid. If this goes wrong, if this goes sour, you're on your own against Ghost Widow. Well, it's nice to know you've got my back, Veluta Lunata. I like to provide my own sound effects because sometimes there's just not enough. Looks like a warehouse. At least it's not a sewer. In we go. You hear a rough voice whisper, "I feel so strange." Defeat Operative Fowler and his men. Seek clues. A Fortunata Seer. Oh, I forgot to level up my stuff. That's fine. It would only have been a couple more slots for enhancements, and I'm currently deeply under-enhanced. Pardon the smutty-sounding phrase. Okay, if we could, like, start actually hitting these people a little bit more, that would be good. That was a touch disheartening. I've got a dude over there, but I want to get my Heelys back up. It is a wise hero or villain who gets their Heelys up when they have a chance. Arachno's wolf spider. Grunts. Oh, but Attack Ops is not a grunt. He is a lieutenant. He was a lieutenant. Well, let me take a quick rest again. Gotta say, my defensives are not seeming to do a lot. I mean, one of them has me on fire, and that one does good damage over time to everyone I'm meleeing with. But the other one is supposed to give me a significant amount of protection from a lot of the basic combat damage, and it does not seem to be quite up to snuff. Stop running into things. One of the disadvantages to being a melee fighter is sometimes you got someone at range who's kicking your butt. Okay, not kicking my butt. I'm the one who does the butt kicking here, but you know what I mean. Fowler and his men. Nobody else is... and we've got dudes over there. That Fortunata was at range and hitting me with psychic powers. I do not have much in the way of defense against psychic powers, however, but against, what, lethal and... So that's my Blazing Aura. That's my Fire Shield. It has resistance against fire, lethal, smash, cold, and disorient. And most of these are going to be lethal or smash. We're going to hit the Fortunata Seer first, I think. Actually, I'm going to miss. And then have my attack deflected. And it's fine. I've got this. Missed again. At least she didn't deflect the second one. I will once again take a quick knee. Thing is, their damage types are hitting me pretty hard from time to time, and so I don't want to bite off more than I can comfortably char. See, I could kind of turn that around. Instead of comfortably chew, it's char, because I'm on fire, guys. Well, we've got... I'm supposed to seek clues. And this is up. If I'm missing clues, I can always come back down. I have to defeat Fowler and his men. Generally, that's not a defeat all mission. That means you have to defeat the boss and the other guys who are around him. But sometimes it is a defeat all mission, and those suck. That will be fine. You are certainly welcome to lurk, welcome to chat. You are welcome in all ways. I'm a welcoming person. Everybody, just calm down, take a rest, take a load off. Preferably because I've hit you with my fire so many times. You're, I don't want to say dead. You're, let's go with disabled. Although technically I am a villain, so dead maybe, yeah. Pissed. What am I supposed to do? I'm not supposed to destroy the lab equipment. We do have another dude up there. we will assault said dude. Fire! Smoke she is arising. Music reference. Alright, so the guy we were looking for wasn't here. He'll be elsewhere then. By process of elimination, if he's not here, he must be elsewhere. That's science, guys, right there. Science and logic. Because I'm smart and stuff. Another elevator up. Okay. Big on elevators, these guys. Arachnos dudes. Up. That will be a clue. Now there are also people up above us. Operative Fowler, I should say. So we're going to turn this on. I'm going to come over here. Go up, we'll turn that off. We'll buff our attack damage just to be on the safe side. Safe side for me, not so safe for them. Alright, I've defeated, and this should have the clue that we need. Dun, 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 dun. Indeed it did. Mission complete. Music, now please. It's just a nifty piece. Well, will Veluta Lunata now talk to me? Will she take my calls? She'll take my calls. I think she digs me. So, Rauscher's in the spirit world, eh? If you're brave enough, we should go looking for him there. It's safer than facing Ghost Widow, I can assure you of that. I'm beginning to believe we may develop a friendship of a sort. I'm willing to sell you all the enhancements at my disposal. An Arachnos ghost story? Chapter 3. Alright, Rauscher's in the spirit world, and we have to get him back. At all costs. According to that file you found, Rauscher has managed to open a portal to the spirit world inside a sewer. Oh, it's always sewers. Over in Dockside. I need you to get there and see if you can follow him. It's the only way to save ourselves from Ghost Widow's wrath. I got a temporary power. I got 2 temporary powers. I got the Ghost Slayer rifle and the Ghost Slayer bomb. Someone set up us the bomb. I'm going to move these over to here. Make sure we've got room for the Ghost Slayer rifle. And under powers, we should also have the Ghost Slayer bomb. Targeted AoE, lethal smash, special versus ghosts, and the Ghost Slayer rifle. Ranged, high damage, lethal damage, special versus ghosts. Okay. We'll use these against ghosts. What are those? Those are, Coralax blue hybrids. Those are like the underwater creepy dudes. They're all pretty much creepy dudes. Except me. I'm just a guy. Just a regular, old-fashioned kind of guy who happens to be on fire. And not hurt by fire. And beat things up by hitting them with his flaming body bits. But still, just a basic guy. Also, I can now train, because I forgot to do that earlier. Train to a new level of power, please. Healing Flames. Blazing Aura, I think. The Blazing Aura is quite good. Call that. We'll head over here. We'll hit enhancements. Doesn't look like we really have got much. But we'll see if we can't slot anything. This is a heal. Can't use, can't use, can't use, and cannot use. So none of them I've picked up can I use. Sad, truly. Ow, I got my feet wet again. I hate it when I do that. Squish, squish, squishing around in wet shoes. Ugh. And sure, I'm a supervillain. But nobody likes squishing around in wet shoes. I mean, nobody. The sewer's access point is evidently Rauscher's portal to the spirit world. Arachnos will want to know about this. I'm going to start by attempting to use the ghost rifle. I'm out of range. Seems like it does a lot of damage. It's possible I do more damage. I have to defeat Rauscher and his men. So again, presumably that will just mean just Rauscher and his... oh, okay, there's the... yeah. So, first thing I'm going to do is attempt to bounce around the zone and find Rauscher and his men. And one of the best ways to do that initially, since this is an instanced space, it'll have limits. And unlike, say, Guild Wars 2, no invisible walls, just visible walls. Which is actually good, in my opinion. So we're looking for Rauscher and his men. So we now have basically the map limitations. So that allows us to sort of quarter the map to a degree by going through areas where I'm not sure I like this change, to tell you the truth. Well, that's understandable. His men are getting turned into ghosts and they don't seem to like it much. I myself, never been a ghost. It doesn't sound all that great, I have to say. Alright, we're looking for Rauscher specifically. And any of the men who are right around the same location that he's at. I have email? Really? I do have email. Oh, it's all account-bound stuff. Interesting. Okay. Guess that's cross-server, but that makes sense. The infrastructure, Cryptic's infrastructure was always cross-server until they recently turned off that functionality in between the various games, Star Trek Online, Champions Online, and Neverwinter. You used to be able to talk between games to your friends. I thought it was a brilliant feature. Not sure why they killed it other than they're Cryptic and screw you. For years, I was a big defender of Cryptic. I can't do it anymore. I just can't. I will note the things they do well when they do them. For instance, their spaceship Barbie is fucking amazing. The art team for the ships and stuff, absolutely top-notch. Incredible work. Storyline stuff, mixed at best. Monetization? No, thank you. I'm trying to find the big cheese. Special Operative Rauscher. Well, let's take care of those two first, and then we can run over to Rauscher the old-fashioned way. All right, Rauscher, I'm coming for you in just a second. And because I've got full inspirations, let's go ahead and power ourselves up with one. There we go. Reward merit. 8 reward merits for defeating Rauscher and his crew, in this case the guy next to him. Villainy Lunata. Another level. Rauscher discorporated in the spirit world. That would be trouble, but luckily we got that portal you found. That discovery ought to stem Ghost Widow's wrath, I hope. If you continue to work with me, you'll find that she can be a cruel taskmistress. Ooh, nice. Power of the Spirit. Someone I know is missing. Flaming sensation, and Arachnos is looking for vengeance. Let me lay it out for you. There was a ghost, one particular ghost who was working with us to bring Port Oak's spectral population under Arachnos' influence. He had an appointment with Arachnos' sorcerer last night, but the sorcerer never came back from the meet. Odds are Phantom Phil got tired of working for us and decided to do in his contact. I need you to go to the meeting place and see if you can turn up any clues. It'll go a long way toward convincing Arachnos you're worth keeping around. Well, first things first, because if you didn't do the first things first, they wouldn't be first, now would they? That's just simple science. Alright, where is he? There's Arbiter Unger. I wonder if his first name is Felix. That's an old guy reference. We definitely need to train up because we hit a new level and we get a new skill. Unger. Train me, Daddy. Sorry I said that. I really am. Build up. This will give us a very large boost to amount of damage and a small boost to our accuracy. And that's it there. We want that there. No, I think we want that there and that. Those two to change place. There we are. And where is my contact? Because I would like to check and see what she has got. In the way of enhancements, maybe I can just buff myself up. If that's something I normally don't do, so maybe it's something I should start normally doing. Is purchasing enhancements. You know, as much as I can with the influence I have. I'm coming, Villainy Lunata. Hello, Villainy Lunata. Lunata. Blah. We'll sell the things that we can't use. She does not have enhancements, despite her having said so. She fibbed. Alright. Defeat Phil and his friends. Phantom Phil and Phantom Phil's friends. Fine. fine, Phantom Phil and Phantom Phil's friends. I say foo on Phantom Phil and Phantom Phil's friends. I hate cave layouts. I hate them so much. I don't guess this isn't the full cave layout, though. A chill. I have a chill in my bones. I'm pretty sure it's my clavicle. Phil and his phantasmal friends. Wow, that... Oh, this is not good. Alright, one of them's coming back. I know he's coming back. I had to chug-a-lug a bunch of inspirations to get through that, because I didn't just get the guys I thought. Okay. I will take a brief moment. Once again, I've even forgot to use my heal. If I'd used my heal, it might have been enough. But I forgot because, what were we talking about again? One second, I need to check on something really quick. That's what I thought. Yeah. So if memory serves, Fat Body, you are in a general metropolitan area wherein a football game is taking place, and I understand the temperatures are horrifyingly awful. In the line of 0 with a minus 30 wind chill, something like that. Ah, near Louisville. So not that bad then, because, I mean, entire center of the country is kind of, not great. For some reason I thought it was Kansas City. Who knows? My brain, you know, I think we have established that my brain cannot be trusted to be a brain. These guys are fighting each other. Yeah, gonna be, yeah, God, I need to reiterate how much of a candy ass I am. Because I can't, to steal a phrase from the young kids today, I can't even. I have no real concept of what that's like. Genuinely can't even conceive. I have a friend of mine who is in, I think, Alberta, and they're seeing Fahrenheit, it's minus 50. That's not a temperature in which humans actually should be existing. Okay, guys? I mean, I realize they're Canadian, but at a certain point, politeness is great, but maybe you should just tell the weather to fuck right off. That's where we came in. Yeah, minus 50 is, I can't even conceive. I have been complaining about how cold it is in here when the temperature, low temperature today, was 50, which is 15, I think. Let's see. 10 would be 18. The low temperature for today would be 10 degrees Celsius, which is 50 degrees. That's the low temperature we expect today. 100 degrees less than that is beyond my ability to conceive. And I'm a great big candy ass. We shouldn't underestimate how much of a candy ass I really am. It's a lot. Mind you, at least I can conceive of whether where I have to bundle up beyond all conceivable reason. There's no solution to heat and humidity together. For me, that one would be even worse. Because the only solution is to simply not go outside. I spent a week in 90 and raining once. I was wearing a 3-piece woolen suit. How I survived, I'm not sure. And also, Frankie Fingers, welcome. I did get that right, did I? Yes, I did. And hello yourself. It's Phil. Hi, Phil. I had to kill him. He was close to enslaving us all. Oh, well, I guess Phil doesn't want to be enslaved. Seems like Phil's a bit of a whiner. Hi, Phil. Let me rest in peace. Sorry. I have been specifically told to not let you rest in peace. Not my choice, guy. To seek out clues. Well, hopefully the clue is elsewhere. Oh, probably the dead body over there. Just guesswork. Well, I've still got buffs up. Let's take advantage of the buff still being up to take care of these individuals. Hi, guys. So it turns out, my fire affects ghosts. Who would have guessed? And, having defeated Phil and his friends, once again, mission complete, and out we go. And we'll talk to Veluta Lunata again. Shame about old Malachi. He wasn't much to look at, but he was smart and he was tricky. I can't say I'll shed many tears over him, but I'll still do my best to avenge him. We can't let anyone go around taking out Arachnos agents, not people and not ghosts. Weird conversation. So I was right. Phantom Phil killed Malachi, and somehow he's stupid enough to think he's going to get away with it. Well, Arachnos won't let that happen. We can't do much to Phil himself. Dead, you know. But we can still bring some serious pressure to bear. You see, Phil's a recent addition to the ghostly population, and his mom's still alive. I want you to get over to her office and kidnap her. We'll see what Phil has to say about this little misadventure. I'm going to kidnap a dead guy's mom. Now we're talking about quality villaining. You know, you didn't sign up to be a villain to fight other villains. No. We signed up for villaining. Quality villaining. Kidnapping a dead guy's mom to blackmail his ghost. Now, that's a villain. You hear a voice crowd, "Gentlemen and ladies, the legacy chain is here to protect you." The legacy chain. Chain of what? Who knows? Nobody there. Upstairs? We must never break the chain. Music reference. Nobody in the office. Hi. Lambent of light. And, flaming of corpse. My fire is magic, for instance. It doesn't leave flaming footprints in the carpet. It's very, very thoughtful magic. It only burns the people I want it to burn. Hey, that kind of stung. I need to kidnap Phil's mom. A lucent of light, really. You gotta be kind of full of yourself to go with that kind of moniker. What do you do for a living? I'm a lucent of light? I see. You're a lucent of light. Okay. Does that pay well? Nice benefits? Vision and dental? Once again, I will fall back on, as was pointed out, the old Warner Brothers cartoon gag of elevator operators announcing what's on every floor. Second floor, lingerie, power tools, pet supplies. I described it as an old 50s movie thing, but someone else correctly pointed out that it is also a Warner Brothers cartoon thing, and the truth is that that's far more likely where I got it, as I am a Warner Brothers cartoon kind of guy. Never liked Tom and Jerry. Always preferred the Warner Brothers stuff. I was always a fan of Bugs, but I got to admit, I'm a Daffy guy. I prefer the Daffy where he's just being kind of daffy, not the Daffy where he's like the punchline for, say, Bugs. Mind you, those certainly worked as well. Hey, have you seen Phil's mom? Yeah, I just need to take her on a trip. To see some friends. She doesn't know the friends, but they're definitely friendly. Are they friendly spirits? Yeah, it would be Looney Tunes. The Warner Brother ones are the Looney Tunes. Yeah, so Bugs, Daffy, Porky Pig, Roadrunner, and Wile E. Coyote. I mean, as a kid I loved them, but I still love them as an adult because they're still actually funny. Where my general opinion of, say, Tom and Jerry was, Jerry was a dick. Okay, and a mouse. He was also a mouse, but he was just a really cruel jerk. You missed me. Oh, Lucent of Light. Lucent of Light. Woo, boy. Really full of themselves. So, guys, any sign of Phil's mom? Seriously, it's just checking in on her. Phil asked me too. Yeah, I know he's dead. I had a chat with his ghost. I'm going to take a moment to take a knee. Heal up a little bit. Well, she's not in here. Come on, guys. Where's Phil's mom? Nobody wants to hurt his mom. We just want to use her to extort his ghost. Come on. Is that so unreasonable? I don't think so. Gonna make me just go through the whole place, aren't you? Like we don't all have something better to do with our time. Fine, fine, fine. Oh. Another elevator up. Yeah. Third floor. Lingerie, power tools, pet supplies. It's the only one I've come up with so far is that gag. So, yeah. Every floor has those. We're here. There's nothing there. This way? Nobody here. All right. Yeah. Where are we off to? Wait. Must be above or below? Must be. came in. Aha! More. That's nice. Level 15. Curses foiled again. If I was looking for the vending machines, I found those. Spoiler, I wasn't looking for the vending machines. Not actually interested in the vending machines. Although a snack would be nice. Now, we managed to cover everything in this end of the map, which means we took a wrong turn. Of course we did. We still got a few seconds left on our... buffs, which have now run out, sad to say. So our buffs, we spent the entire time running around like a flaming chicken with its head cut off. Alright, Phil's mother up here, or up above us. Come on. Mrs. Phil's mom. I don't remember Phil's last name. Sorry. His name is Townsend. Please, just leave me alone. Emma Kane. This is Mrs. Kane. She's pretty young to be Phil's mom. Hi, Mrs. Kane. You're looking pretty good, I have to say. She gonna follow me now? She is. So evidently I have to get her out. Alright, Mrs. Kane, let's go. Come on. Yeah. Save Mrs. Kane. I'm saving her. Do-gooders. All right. Still coming, Mrs. Kane? She's pretty spry for Phil's mom. I mean, Phil was at least Phil's ghost was an actual, adult ghost. And, well, she's taking good care of herself. That's all I'm saying. For a woman her age, she's in excellent shape. That's all. Do you think she's seeing anyone? I mean, do you think it'd be forward of me to introduce myself socially? Still coming, Ms. Kane? Oh, you sneaky little devil. Behind me. She's checking out my fanny. I think she digs me. She's kept up with me pretty good. I'm impressed. Come on, Miss Kane. We're almost out. And I'll buy you a cappuccino when we're done. Contact Veluta Lunata. Hello, Veluta Lunata. Emma Kane's safe, for the moment, if not exactly comfortable. We'll see if she had any idea of what Phantom Phil was planning. That should get Phil to show his face, or lack thereof. I'm impressed, Flaming Sensation. You didn't flake out on me. A lot of people would have, but it seems like you're made of sterner stuff than most. Maybe we're more alike than I thought. She takes me. That's all I can say. Maybe she'd like a cappuccino. I have a card. A couple more punches, I get a free cappuccino. Power of the Spirit. That guy's really checking me out. I've interrogated Mrs. Kane. It wasn't what you'd call pleasant for either of us, but I got some good intel. She told me that in the dream she's had since Phil died, he talked to her about Arachnos. Based on what she told me, I think Phil was playing poor old Malachi all along. He never wanted to convince the Red Hands to aid Arachnos. He was just trying to learn as much as he could before he sicked the legacy chain on us. Well, given recent events, I wouldn't be surprised if Phil moved up his timetable, so this is your chance to be a hero. Well, actually, I'm a villain, but I understand what she means. A hero for Arachnos, that is. That's what she means. Take out those legacy chain mystics, and there may be something in it for you. I'm going to take out the legacy chain mystics. Way I figure it, Phil thinks the legacy chain has what it takes to take down Arachnos and give the ghosts the peace they need to leave Port Oaks. Fat chance of that happening as long as I'm around. Peace is something I've learned to do without. Phil and his buddies can just do the same. But first, where is Unger? There he is. I need to train up. We're probably going to hit level 16 relatively soon. Whether it's 3 times XP or 4 times XP, it's a lot of XP. Unger. Plus, I get to choose a new title. Let's see. I'm the Fearsome? Flaming Sensation? The Salacious? I don't think Salacious is right. I'm not evil, really, or grim or heinous. Infamous? Not really. Killer? Ooh, no. That's too plain. Loathsome? Oh, dear me, no. Angry, baneful, corrupt. Revolting. Really? Revolting? Somebody wants to be known as the revolting whatever? I guess I can go sinister, because whether you're aware of it or not, what sinister actually means is left-handed, and I am, in fact, left-handed. See? This is the one I write with. The opposite of sinister is dexter, and that's where we get dexterous. So you see, right-handers are dexterous. Left-handers were evil. Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about that. My name will look like this. Should now be, let's see. I should look like the. Why is it not showing it? Oh, it's showing it in a different color, I think. The Sinister, yeah, okay. That's not a well-designed UI item. Alright, we have to kick the ass of the Legacy Chain. Fortunately, they're right across the street. Pretty clever of them, choosing to hide directly across the street from the Arbiter. What could possibly go wrong for them there? This Arachnos lab is under heavy fire from the legacy chain. Ah, okay. That explains it. They have the lab right across the street. These guys are just crazy enough to invade. I missed. I will take a moment, since there's, what, 4, 5, 6 of them, something like that, to rest up before I wade in. Kicking asses and taking names. Possibly taking asses and kicking names. It's kind of up in the air, really. They are hitting me quite hard indeed. Fortunately, hello, Nodnox, and good evening. They gave me a bit of a run for my money, so to speak. I have to seek clues. I forgot to heal again, because I'm dumb. I get into the mess and I forget to use my heal ability. Well, I'm a villain. It's, if I was smart, I'd have become a rocket scientist instead of a supervillain. Or, possibly a brain surgeon. Or maybe a rocket surgeon. Is that a thing? I am seeking clues. So much for the people who call me clueless, right? Wait, if I'm seeking clues, doesn't that mean I am clueless? Shit, that's not right. Okay. I'll find it in my heart and soul to forgive you. I'm just generous that way. Oh, I got more of them up there. Those ramps don't have railing. I don't think they're OSHA approved. I mean, sure, it's an Arachnos lab, and Arachnos is evil, but I mean, come on. Safety is safety. Safety first. There's no need to do without basic safety. Let's see, where'd we come in? Neither way. Huh. I will take a sec once again to real quickly get back my strengths. Wow. I fought my way through to get to that dead end. Awesome. When I say awesome, that was sarcasm. Just want to be clear on that. Not actually awesome. Kind of the opposite thing. Burn, baby, burn. I'm wading in. Go ahead and heal while we're here for a sec. It's Phil again. Phil, we need to talk. He's vanished again. All right. Phil, we got your mom. Maybe Phil doesn't care about his mom. 8 more reward merits. Because I merit that reward. Okay. Back to Lunata. Veluta Lunata. So, Malachi had a spell to put all the ghosts under his control? Interesting. Of course, it probably wouldn't have worked, but I'll hang on to it just in case. And I'll make sure none of the Arachnos agents ever have a chance, I mean an occasion, to talk about it. After all, I lost Marco once. That won't be happening again. As for you, Flaming Sensation, maybe you'd better stay out of my way for a while. In fact, I'd suggest you hit the road running and never come back. I don't have to tell you I can be a dangerous woman, do I? Wow, she turned on me really fast. I guess she's not interested in that cappuccino. Huh. Sad, really. Graves, are you ready to play? Well, well, Flaming Sensation. Have you come by to engage in witty banter, possibly involving a mattering of underlying threats towards my physical well-being, or perhaps you're simply here to discuss the weather on this bright and sunny day? How about missions? The Hearts of Darkness, Price of Victory, Striking the Wind, too many names, more titles than you can shake a stick at. While I'm sure you're eager to reap the benefits of our benefactor's selection, I'm afraid your rewards will be delayed somewhat. Our benefactor has placed conditions upon your eventual meeting. The first of which is that you must seek out and kill all of the remaining contestants. Having seen your interaction with those contestants, I'm sure you won't object to this new caveat. Are you kidding? I've been itching to do this since we started. Of course you have. Unfortunately, this otherwise simple task is complicated. By one of your fellow contestants, as far as I can tell, Zephyr is immortal, and immortality can be quite the obstacle for a would-be assassin. Thankfully, I have prepared for just such an occasion. I have arranged for you to speak with a Fate Weaver, an oracle of sorts, to aid you in defeating your enemy. If it is all possible for Zephyr to be killed, the Fate Weaver will know how. Dr. Graves leans in close. Well, I don't care if he leans in close. We're on a cell phone. Do be careful when speaking with the Fate Weaver, Flaming Sensation. I have not informed her of our little game. She is a member of Arachnos. I highly recommend you do the same. And we're off for Capo Diable. But we need the ferry. And the closest ferry is right down there. Mere 200 yards and rapidly shrinking away. And bonk. Capo Diable south. Cape of the Devil. Confer with the Fate Weaver. Ooh, Fate Weaver. Music reference. Old guy music reference. The actual song is Dreamweaver. Gary Wright. Old guy music reference. And boonk. Hello, Fortunata Fate Weaver. Flaming sensation, you have come as expected. Yeah. I need to talk to you about... I am aware. You wish to kill an elemental avatar. A bold plan, if a foolish one. One is as likely to stab the ocean to death as to slay a primal element. Your powers, though potent, cannot harm what takes no form. So you're telling me it's impossible to kill Zephyr? To kill him? Yes. However, there are objects that blind the avatar of Zephyrus Minor to this corporeal form. If those objects were destroyed, he would not die. He would, however, cease to exist in any meaningful way, to you, that is. I can describe to you these objects and direct you to them, but the Fates would demand an appropriate price, for compensation for this gift. Price, huh? You don't want my soul. I'm not really using it. Fool. The Fates have no need for solitary mortal soul. What the Fates demand is balance. In showing you Zephyr's weakness, I grant you the opportunity for great reward, namely, the ability to carry out your foolhardy mission. To balance this, the Fates will demand greater risk. To justify this boon, you will find that Zephyr's powers have become stronger, that he has become more resilient. This will be the hand of the Fates. It cannot be avoided. So, I can learn Zephyr's weakness, but he'll become stronger when I do. Essentially, yes. This is the price that the Fates ask of all. Are you willing to pay the price? I am, Fate Weaver. Very well. The avatar of Zephyrus Minor uses two anchors in this world, the Cardinal Altars, which bind him to the mortal realm, and the Eye of the Storm, which he wears as a belt to retain his corporeal form. When you harm him, he will likely return to his natural state, where you'll be unable to inflict damage upon him. Perform this ritual of summoning upon his altars, and he will return to a state where he can be harmed. Weaken him enough, and you'll be able to remove and destroy the Eye. The Fate Weaver directs you to Zephyr's lair, where the altars are located. Your fate is now in your own hands, Flaming Sensation. Do not falter. Zephyr's days are numbered. His days are numbered. Actually, it's not. No, his days are not numbered. His minutes are probably numbered now. His days. I mean, technically, I guess his days are numbered because it's 0, and 0 is a number. But he's not getting any more days. That's what I'm getting at. This is his last day, so 0. Basically, this is kind of what I'm getting at. From all the junk littering the entrance, you'd guess Zephyr has retained some of his Goldbricker devotees. Fantastic. And indeed, we have Goldbrickers. Pilot the Bombardier. Pilot the Bombardier. It's Zephyr! I knew it, dude. You sicked the Fates on me. Do you think I wouldn't notice? Find and banish Zephyr. Okay, maybe you didn't catch the first 100 times. Can I make it clear to you? I'm the freaking wind, bro. You should just give up now and go home. You should just give up and go home, like now. Sorry, I got those backwards. I will certainly say one thing for him. He is the wind. Because he totally, like, blows, you know? Never mind. And we leveled up in the middle of a fight. That's always nice. Oh, these are clickies. Weaken Zephyr some more. Okay, dude, seriously, not cool. If I use the Altar of the West Wind. But I'm not Santa Claus. Also, Santa Claus this time of year? In February? Dude, he's in the tropics. Force Zephyr to work for me. Burning sensation. Stay your hand for a moment. I'm fine. The time to strike, I think, is fast approaching. See if you can procure Zephyr's cooperation in this matter. As best I can tell, I'm probably not living in the future, unless you're in, say, like Hawaii, in which case I'm like 2 or 3 hours in the future. More likely, I'm in the past, and you're in the future. Alright, dude, you got me. You're a low-down jerk for using the fates, but you did, and now I'm stuck. I'm guessing they also told you the rest of it, huh? Yep, all I have to do is break your belt. Aw, man, that's like the lamest thing ever. Using the fates is like totally cheating. I mean, yeah, they made me stronger, I guess, but that doesn't make it fair. And it's gonna make it so freaking long to make another body. This is like the worst day ever. Well, there's an alternative, you know. What? Come on, dude. Don't play with me. I know you've been itching to get rid of me since like we first met. Just get it over with already. I'm only here because Graves sent me. What? Oh, sorry. Because Graves sent me. Yeah, that's what I thought. Wait, what? You explained to Zephyr what Graves wants you to do and your intent to eventually betray him. Dude, you are like the shadiest villain I've ever met. You're going to ambush him after you already won? You're a new kind of crazy, I swear. Well, if you're going to let me keep my body, dude, I'm in. Just let me know when it's going down, and I'll be there. I'll keep in touch, Zephyr. And out we go. And we return to the Fate Weaver. Maybe. No, I missed. We'll try that again. How about maybe from here? Yep. A little bit of practice is all it takes. So, you return, and yet the wind still howls. Your mission has failed. You can feel the Fate Weaver staring at you despite the fact that you cannot see her eyes. And yet it has not. How? How did you... She chuckles. Her laugh sounds metallic and hollow. Fool, I'm a Fate Weaver. I possess knowledge that extends beyond time. I do not need your help in determining the outcome of your deed. As you are no longer attempting to kill the Avatar, the Fates are no longer amplifying his powers. You may find, however, that the Fates may play a significant role in your future. How so? You wish to attain power, as does any of your kind. The Fates can grant such power, but again, there's always a price. If you wish it, I can allow you to reap greater rewards from your deeds. Your powers would grow faster, you would acquire great riches, and you would become infamous. And yet, all of this would come only at the cost of constant struggle. Each foe you face would be more formidable than the last, and your strength would never seem enough. This is the price the Fates would ask of you. Should you wish to make a bargain, seek me out. I'll consider it, Fate Weaver. And presumably now, Graves. So you return. Our benefactor has decided that reducing Zephyr to a harmless gust of wind is sufficient. Most importantly, Zephyr's been removed as a connection between our benefactor and these illicit games. Your next task will not be easy, but it should require less creativity than this. Ask about available missions. The Heart of Darkness, Price of Victory, core values. The next target in your murderous victory lap will be Omnicore. You should know that I specifically requested that she become your next target. I'm sure the wait has been killing you. Unfortunately for us, it seems that Omnicore has gone into hiding. I'm not aware of her current location, however. For a moment you see a flash of what might have been a smirk from Dr. Graves. It's much harder to disappear in the Rogue Isles than most realize. Oh, you have a way to track her? Not quite. I simply know what would be necessary for someone to truly vanish in this lawless place. For instance, in order to not be discovered, Omnicore will likely attempt to change her appearance, if she's not already done so. Thus she would be drawn to the service of the facemakers, whose surgical skills are nearly on a par with my own. Seek out the facemakers, and I'm sure you will find Omnicore's trail. Pursue it relentlessly, trace it to the end, and you will find Omnicore. His face remains motionless, but his eyes glint with murderous glee. Kill her. Slowly. He's not a nice man. I'm going to just go out on a limb here and say he's not actually nice. Also, I need to train. Let's see. Where is the trainer? There he is. Arbiter Ore. Half a mile, half a mile, half a mile on. Ooh, and we have a ongoing Rikti invasion. And I'm getting bzzted half to death. Really not cool. Let's see. We have a taunt. Not interested, really. Ooh, Plasma Shield. While this power is active, you're surrounded by pure plasma. The Plasma Shield gives you resistance to energy, negative energy, and fire damage. Plasma Shield also gives you protection from sleep and hold effects. Or temperature protection, which is always on and costs no endurance. Resistance to fire, resistance to cold, slow effects, grants minor, unenhanceable regeneration as well as very minor knockback protection. It's always on and costs no endurance. I think I've got to go with Plasma Shield, but I'll have to bring that one up, not generally, just occasionally when the combat requires it. Yeah, I think so. Plasma Shield powers. Plasma Shield. Drop that there. And back to inspirations, and we are off to the Facemaker. 500 yards away. Yeah, I'm coming in. Coming in for a landing. Meow. Facemaker Nurse. Ah, this allows me to change my appearance as well. No, I'm good. I mean, come on. Seriously. How much more attractive could I make him? I mean, I could give him glasses and maybe change his goatee to white. That would make him better looking. Welcome to Facemakers. Or Facemaker. We have everything on hand it takes to make a new you. Yeah, it looks like it. Like a bunch of dead bodies. A really, really unclean looking surgical experience. I bet you say that to everyone who comes in here. Well, of course I did. You expect I would treat you extra special just because you... They stopped short, eyeing you suspiciously. Wait, you're not here for a makeover, are you? What do you want? Why are you here? I need to know if someone named Omnicore has requested your services. And why would I tell you something like that? I happen to respect a little thing called doctor-patient confidentiality. Besides, if I went around blabbing about every operation I've ever done, then villains like you wouldn't ever use my services then, would they? No sense in getting a new face if everyone knows what it looks like. Villains like me? Of course. Some come in wanting to flee the authorities. Others just want to look more imposing. Whatever it is, I can make it happen. My surgical team is the best in the business, and you can take that to the bank. Well, you probably wouldn't want to. The bank here in Cap keeps getting robbed, but that's not the point, is it? What I'm getting at is that I don't reveal patient history to anyone. Got it? Let's start over. I'm the face unmaker. I'm about to unmake your face. Now, there's no need for that. Calm down. Facemaker ponders her predicament. After a moment, she grins at you. I've had a change in policy. I still won't reveal my patient history, but technically the lady you're talking about wasn't ever a patient. She came in for a consultation. That's all. Really? Do tell. She wanted me to make her unrecognizable. She said she had some nasty people after, I assume that's you, and she needed to disappear for a while. I told her I could do it, but then we reached the point where she had to take off her gear. She refused. The crazy woman threw a fit right here in my studio, screaming about how we were trying to take her power away or something. She's a loony, that one. After that, she stalked about, muttering something about robbing a bank. That's the last I saw of her. All right, see you around, Facemaker. Yeah, well, next time, maybe you can get some work done. I don't much care for traffic that isn't business. Understand? Yeah, I understand. Nice place you've got here. Actually, kind of a shithole. Find Omnicore's liaison. Still incapable. Oh. Give me my jumpies back. There we go. I have my jumpies back. A villain needs his jumpies. Yeah, what do you want? I do not know you. And I'm not sure what you could want from me. I'm here for information, Boris. I'm looking for a woman named Omnicore. This is Boris the Russian. Oh, sorry. My apologies. I didn't have the accent going. Omnicore? I do not know this name. I know many names, but I do not know this one. I'm sorry that I could not help you further. Maybe if I described her. Silver armor, perpetual scowl, bad temperament. Silver armor. His brow furrows in concentration. He looks up suddenly and bursts into bellowing laughter. You're talking about my little Lapushka. Your little Lapushka? Yes, I have known her a very long time. Did not know she gave herself a name. But her demeanor is unmistakable. The person you describe, it must be her. And she lets you call her that? No, she tells me she will kill me every time I call her this. And yet I am still here. So she must not hate me as much as she says, yes? Lapushka was here very recently, in fact. Yeah, she told me that she needed money quickly. And when you need money quickly, you speak to Boris. Boris's chest puffs up with pride. Right, so you gave her some money? No, I do not give money so easily. What I gave are jobs. My Lapushka and I, we have an understanding, yes? If I see a good opportunity, perhaps a good heist, this is when I speak with her. We give her a job, she bring back money, and we both take our share. It is, mutually beneficial arrangement. I see she needed money, robbed the bank, then what? Boris shrugs at you. We split our shares, and she went on her way. I am sure she needed the money for all the little gizmos she is constantly making. Terrible little things that could make a grown man soil himself. My Lapushka, always making these things. One time I'm pretty sure I'm done talking with you. Wow, that was pretty brief with him. Feel a little bad about that. I'm trying to keep my feet from getting wet, so I'm going to go from boat to boat. And I'm getting shot at again by the freaking Richter. And I got my feet wet now, too. Freaking Rickty. Oh, that's not good. Not sure what... I've never done any of the Rickty invasions, I don't think, so I'm not sure if I should be, like, trying to beat up Rickty or what. They're just flying around. It doesn't look like there's any Rickty on the ground here. There's a ship. It's purple. Drop ship. Do we have a Rickty over here? No, we have a... We have a mastermind, I think. Doing missions, quest, something. Speak to the technology quartermaster. In Capo Diable. It's fun to say Capo Diable. In bad French accent, you know? Having done bad Russian accent, now I'll do bad... And now I will do a bad French accent. Speak, citizen. What is it that you want from me? I was wondering if an armored woman came by recently to purchase parts from you. Yes, there was a woman of that description who purchased from me recently. I believe her name was Omnicore. Ah, well then, that was easier than I thought. No problem, citizen. I'm happy to share my transaction history with you. A sinister grin appears on the quartermaster's face. Of course, Omnicore made some very high-end purchases from me. She seemed to be putting some dangerous tech together. Why, if I were you, I would think twice about confronting her. At least equipped as you are now. As I am now, what do you mean? Why, I merely meant to suggest that, since Omnicore spent a small fortune on the devices I sold her, she probably has something very sinister planned. You might not be able to handle whatever she's got in store for you. On the other hand, I have a number of devices that might be able to bolster your own powers. With these, you might be able to become a match for Omnicore, and you might be able to survive your upcoming encounter. Wait, you're serious? You're trying to get me to buy from you? Well, I suppose if your powers don't interact properly with my inventory, another quartermaster might be more appropriate for your needs, and truly you're not required to purchase anything from anyone. I'm merely stating that your chances would be greater if your powers were operating at optimum capacity. If you don't enhance them properly, then you won't stand a chance. Okay, I get it. And tell me where Omnicore went after she bought from you? Luckily for you, I plant tracking devices on all my merchandise. Wow, so I'm going to buy from you? I don't think so. I'll even give you her coordinates, free of charge. Now, all you have to worry about is not dying when you meet her. Remember, citizen, if you need the strength to succeed, Arachnos can help. For a price. And I'm hearing a lot lately. So, I don't believe I can use these. He has none that he's showing me, so I assume that's a no. Okay, and back out we go to defeat Omnicore. So these storylines, the killing game and then the twin shot storylines, are both continuing to show various game functions, working as sort of a belated tutorial. Not so much about how to fight and stuff, but about the deeper game systems. This place isn't as roomy as Omnicore's last base, but it's just as high-tech. Flaming Sensation, be advised that Omnicore's base is currently draining a large amount of power from the Aeon City grid. I do not know what she has planned for you, but I expect that it will not be pleasant. As with Zephyr, please set aside any rivalries you harbor with Omnicore. She would be a valuable asset in your campaign against Graves. So, Flaming Sensation, you finally arrived. Allow me to greet you personally. Yeah, I don't think that's exactly what you mean. There. Ha! There you are. Come here, Flaming Sensation. Let me break you. Well, that's... If you wish to defeat, you must destroy the generators. Alright, where are the generators? Damn it, where are the generators? Generators. Gotta find the generators. Find 3 generators to destroy to make Omnicore vulnerable. Oh, we've got generators. 2 of them at least. That should be the 3rd. Now I have to defeat Omnicore. This cannot be! And yet it is. No! Where are you running? You think you're going to let you get away? I don't think so. Omnicore, where are you running to? Omnicore? I'm trying to speak to her. I don't recall taking orders from you, Omnicore. Huh. You insist upon delaying your triumph so that you can insult me further. Typical, tempting to be sure, but alas, I didn't come here to kill you. I would suspect you of trickery if I thought you had any further advantage to gain Flaming Sensation. Explain yourself. How do you feel about Dr. Graves, Omnicore? My hatred for Dr. Graves is overshadowed only by my hatred of you, Flaming Sensation. That the 2 of you combined efforts to see my downfall is the greatest shame I've endured. That's what I thought. How would you like to kill him for me? How would I... Well, Flaming Sensation, you are more devious than I originally thought. If the price of my life is participation in the murder of Dr. Graves, I will gladly accept. You can feel Omnicore glare from behind her faceplate. But know this, Flaming Sensation, the moment Graves falls, you and I will be sworn enemies once more. Do not expect me to forget your transgressions against me. Mark my words, I will be the last thing you ever see. Wouldn't have it any other way, Omnicore. She's a sweetheart, really, once you get to know her. Contact Graves. So, the deed is done. I trust you sufficiently enjoyed yourself. I freely admit I never had any fondness for Omnicore. I regret I was not present to witness her demise. More important, I think, is the fact that your petty rivalry with her can no longer distract from your tasks. Your next target will be the most dangerous by far. I hope you're prepared. Flaming Sensation's time for you to face Crosscut. He is as mortal as any man. He has neither gone into hiding, nor has he prepared an elaborate trap for you. The way to him is open and clear. We have heard reports that he's currently residing in a warehouse in Capo Diable. I can specify the location. Simple, yes, but hardly easy. I would caution you not to underestimate Crosscut, Flaming Sensation. My belief is that you have yet to see Crosscut's true skills in combat. He has a tendency to play with his opponents, to satisfy his perverse and sadistic desires. I do not know how he'll react if his life is truly threatened, regardless of the risk. You must complete the task. If you can kill Crosscut, Flaming Sensation, then you may be strong enough to... Grace stops abruptly and stares at you for an uncomfortable amount of time. I have said too much already. Go now. You know what you need to do. Next up, Crosscut. Mr. Creepy. Crosscut awaits. A little fire. Snakes again. Crosscut must be toying with someone new. Yep, snaky snakes. Rescue Crosscut's latest victim. hit me rather harder than I was hoping. I'll take a quick knee. Oh, hi. I didn't see you and your little friend. Just standing there, you know, waiting for me. Pardon me. Pretty big map. Alright, first thing we do is we check and make sure that there's nobody up here behind us. Snakes. Why did it have to be snakes? I hit the wrong button. Because that's what I do around here. I hit the wrong button. If it's not fat fingering, it's doing something silly. Yep, a skull bug. Wow. Again, I will take a brief knee. We've got a skull thug and more snacks. Well, I just hydrated and I will stretch as much as an old man like me can stretch. There you go. Yeah, redeems is something I haven't really, you know, gotten around to. Okay, Skull Thug. I'll speak with his victim. Oh man, am I glad to see you. Well, I guess not you specifically, but anyone that's not crosscut, that guy's bad news. Yeah, I know. I'm looking for him. Why are you here? I don't know, man. I was smashing up some loser's car when I started to get a whiff of this smell. It was like window cleaner or something. Next thing I know, I wake up here and this guy crosscut is standing over me. Tells me I need to play some kind of game with him. Then he makes like a spook and all these snake things show up. Man, I just don't know what's going on. Sounds like a blast. I know, right? I think my karma's out of whack or something. Look, man, I can't take these things. And I certainly don't want to tangle with crosscut. Mano a mano. You seem like you can handle these snake dudes, and you say you're looking for crosscut. Mind taking me with you? No. I don't need you weighing me down. I won't, man. I promise. I know these things are a bit much for me to handle, but I won't be fighting them by myself. I can support you, you know? Think about it, man. You can get one of them distracted, and I can blast him from behind. We can make like partners, or, at the word partners, you level a stare at the thug, so withering that he stops short of finishing his sentence. No, not partners. I misspoke. Be more like, I could be your lackey. Okay, just don't get in my way. Guys, I have a lackey. And there's crosscut. And snakes. I'm going to take the snakes first. Oh, you healed, you little snot. health's a little low, so I'm going to take a quick knee. And my health's back up, so I'm going to unkeep the knee. Alright, crosscut to confront crosscut with my lackey. I have a lackey. Flaming Sensation, you're not part of the game, but if you like, I can include you. Okay, ooh, it tickles. How does it feel, Chuckles? Not so tough now, are you? Crosscut, severely wounded. I will repeat what I said previously. I am using an experimental graphic setting in the game that turns on cell shading, and occasionally it will mysteriously crop the faces and heads of the NPCs in their little portrait pictures. He actually has a head, just doesn't show up. You've been a naughty boy. You interfered in my game and broke my toys. You even took my favorite one and kept it for yourself. That doesn't make me smile not one bit. I've got a new game for you, Crosscut. Much, much more fun than this. Oh, I don't know, Flaming Sensation. I've been having a lot of fun in here. And now you're here to play with me, too. If you stay with me, I'm sure we could have some wonderful times together. Unless, of course, your game is as fun as you say. How would you like to play with Dr. Graves? I'd join in on the fun. Crosscut recoils from you. You want to play with the doctor? Why, he never smiles, not one bit. It's no fun playing with someone that doesn't smile and his eyes aren't pretty at all. I hear he can't be killed. You could play with him forever. Oh, that does sound like fun. Flaming Sensation, you think of the best games. I want to play with the doctor too. But before we play, I would like one small favor from you. Please, Flaming Sensation, pretty please. What is it, Crosscut? I swear if you try to... I just want my toy back, Flaming Sensation. He's my favoriteest toy ever. And I don't want to start a new game until I'm finished playing with him. Crosscut giggles at you, his entire body shivering with delight. I promise it won't take long. Oh, that's all? Sure. Go ahead. Knock yourself out. Crosscut immediately snaps his gaze to the skull accompanying you. Oh, thank you, Flaming Sensation. I won't be long. Oh, not cool, man. Not cool! And he runs off. I'll see you soon. What big update change did they add since the servers went down? They've added a bunch. I may have the numbers wrong. They basically, every time they had a big patch from City of Heroes, they would call it an issue. And I think the launch was like issue 1 or issue 0. And I think the leaked code that this is based off of was the test server code for what I think was going to be issue 13. And now, since then, they're up to, I think, issue 18. They've added new archetypes. They've added new complete power sets. They've added new missions and stuff. So the additions are quite substantial. Made additions and changes to the costuming. I think you can now get like asymmetric things like gloves and boots. I don't know all the details, but I know they've made a lot of changes. So, Flaming Sensation, you're alive. I'll be honest. I didn't expect you to survive your encounter with Crosscut. He was a dangerous man, far more dangerous, I think, than the other contestants realized. I expected him to win the killing game by a wide margin, and yet you beat him in a contest, and now you've beaten him in personal combat. I've underestimated you, Flaming Sensation. You are far more formidable than I originally estimated. You may just be the man I've been waiting for. Your final task is at hand, Flaming Sensation. Dollface may appear to be... Dr. Graves' words fall upon deaf ears as the voice of Scirocco fills your head. It is time, Flaming Sensation. It is my belief that by the time you find Dollface, Dr. Graves will have already made his escape. I've been tracking Graves' recent movement. His base of operation appears to be a warehouse in the outskirts of Capo Diable. Assemble your companions and ambush him there. This is the task for which Arachnos has left you alive, Flaming Sensation. Failure on your part will be fatal. I'd best not fail, then. You were capable of hearing Dr. Graves. What? Yes, this is true, Flaming Sensation. Failure's not an option. I am glad you appreciate the seriousness of this matter. Dollface will be waiting for you. Proceed with the utmost caution. We're off to face Graves. Yeah, so they haven't just, kept the servers running. They've made a lot of actual, I don't want to say improvements because that's not fair, but a lot of additions to the game. You know, I like to think that as the game would have progressed, had it not been shut down, you'd have seen a lot more things like additional archetypes and additional power sets. Coming for you, Doc. Oh, the sewers? Is it really in the sewers again? Well, not only no monthly fees, but if you were subscribing previously, all of the special goodies you got for subscribing are now available free as well. There is the pay-to-win agent near many of the trainers that can give you buffs and cosmetic powers and stuff like that. The stuff that was only available to subscribers when the game was live. You've called in the ambush. Your allies should be here somewhere. It's time to finish this. Oh, a zombie. Ah, that smells like bacon in here. Oh, wow. Bigger zombie. Anyone else around here? Where's the doc? Eh. What's up, Doc? A grave knight. Another grave knight. Another zomboy. We have Crosscut, Omnicore, Graves, and Zephyr. Am I gonna have to fight them all myself? Ah, Flaming Sensation, you finally arrived. This definitely doesn't look good. Did you think I would not expect treachery from you? You think me a fool? Well, yeah. I assure you I've been well prepared for an event such as this. Omnicore, Zephyr, Crosscut, let's give Flaming Sensation a fitting farewell. Been a long time for this moment, Flaming Sensation. Yeah, I know. I'm sure you have. You're a toast, dude. You ready for this? ... Thanks, Crosscut. Crosscut? I wanted to play with you, Doctor. Crosscut? We have a deal, remember? Crosscut? Flaming Sensation said I could make you smile. He said he would play with me. No one's ever offered to play with me before. Fine, we'll have to make do. Damn you, Flaming Sensation. Dude, you gotta be kidding me. Speak with Graves. Flaming Sensation, I would congratulate you, but my demise will be a blessing compared to what is in store for you. You're not really in a good position to make threats, Graves. For the first time since you've known him, you hear Dr. Graves laugh. It's not a sound you enjoy. It's no threat, fool. It is a reality you have yet to have been made aware of. There is so much you do not yet know. I almost pity you. You are quite simply doomed. Explain then, I'm listening. At this point, I'm sure you believe that your vaunted benefactor does not exist and that I have been running this contest myself. On the first point, you would be correct. No benefactor exists to offer you the power you have promised. I should think that would be fairly obvious by now. However, I'm certainly not the ringleader of this little circus. I'm merely a pawn in her game. Your suspicions have been misspent, Flaming Sensation. I was not the one you should have been wary of. Her game? You can't be serious. Dr. Gray's laughter devolves into sputtering and coughing. Fool! Even after she has been revealed, you continue to underestimate Dollface. It is capable of horrors you have never dreamed of. She started this contest to find a body, Flaming Sensation. Hers is deteriorating and my surgical skills have their limits. Your reward for victory was to be eternal torment wrapped within a body you could not control. Abandon all hope, Flaming Sensation. She is a being as ancient as these very isles we stand upon. You have no chance of defeating her. Perhaps not, at least not alone. Graves stares at you silently. You match his gaze without faltering. I'm not sure that even our combined efforts could defeat her, Flaming Sensation. However, she has already chosen your body for the conquest. As it stands now, I have nothing to lose. Either die here by your hand or die by hers. I believe Omnicor and Zephyr are in a similar predicament. If you wish me to stand with you against her, against that infernal terror, then I will do so. Very well, but remember, Graves, I'm running the show from now on. Graves' eyes flare with resentment. He makes no protest. As you wish, Flaming Sensation. We'll follow your lead. For now. Well, I guess it's me versus Dollface. Move that there. Move that there. Scratch my itchy ear. Exit. Dollface awaits. Okay, I will accept that she is an ancient being in a constructed body. Immensely powerful and terrible. She's also dumb as a post. Dr. Graves bears the marks of your attacks. He has seen far better days. Well, Flaming Sensation, you've established your authority over our little gathering, I assure you. I would be madly plotting against your life if I was not keenly aware of how dangerous our situation has become. You cannot afford to bicker over pecking order, not if we're to stand against Dollface. It is time, Flaming Sensation. If we wish to strike at Dollface, we must do so immediately. Every moment we waste is more time for Dollface to become suspicious of my and your whereabouts. I have put together a plan for the infiltration of Dollface's mansion. It's well defended, mostly by rubes that Dollface has managed to entrance with her powers. They should not be difficult to defeat for villains of our caliber. You'll be entering through the front, drawing the attention of Dollface's guards, and by extension, Dollface herself. I will take the others through a back entrance connected to a series of underground tunnels. You're setting me up as bait? Have you forgotten who's in charge, Graves? I have not, Flaming Sensation. However, Dollface is expecting you, and you alone. If you approach her mansion, seemingly without our aid, she will think I have sent you to her as a sacrifice. If she's taken unawares by our presence, she'll not have the chance to attempt an escape. I realize you suspect treachery on my part, Flaming Sensation, and I don't blame you for that. However, rest assured that I am far more concerned with Dollface's existence than I am with yours. If I do attempt to kill you, it will occur well after Dollface has been dealt with. That is, if we manage to survive. Okay, Dollface. Here we come. 0.56 miles away. Coming for Dollface. Ancient evil. I've arrived at Dollface's mansion. If Graves can be trusted at all, he'll arrive with the cavalry shortly. We can see the her flunkies saying yes to anything you ask. Oh. Why did you make the voices stop? What do we got? Oof. Investigate Dollface's records. Up above. If I kill you, she will speak to me again. We go up. And we have Luddites. I'm going to take a quick knee. I'm going to be a bit more slower and deliberate here. We've got Dollface's records up here, so presumably not Dollface yet. Well, that's convenient. Dollface's personal... Let's see, accessing body candidate database initialize, select a file. A list of 5 entries appear. Let's view Crosscut. Analysis. Crosscut appears to be human and thus should be an excellent candidate for possession. However, Crosscut's sociopathic tendencies and aberrant behaviors would make possession conspicuous. Acting rationally, interacting with other sentient creatures and other seemingly normal behaviors would represent a radical departure from Crosscut's normal behavior pattern. Recommendation: invalid candidate. Graves. Dr. Graves is a human, but his age implies a significant presence of necrotic tissue. Possession would likely be of a shorter duration than another healthier candidate. Furthermore, Dr. Graves has proven invaluable in extending the lifespan of bodies that have already been claimed. Possession would negate this value. Recommendation: invalid candidate. Zephyr. Zephyr's flexible attitudes and behaviors would make conspicuous possession fairly simple. Inconspicuous possession fairly simple. Zephyr exhibits rogue-like tendencies. Nearly any behavior would seem appropriate for him. However, it is unclear what biotype Zephyr actually is. It is certain that he is not human, nor is the biologically similar enough to guarantee successful possession. Recommendation: invalid candidate. Omnicore. Omnicore's villainous attitudes and behaviors would make possession fairly convenient, and her resources would prove a valuable asset. However, it appears that the vast majority of her biological structure has been replaced with powered implants and grafts. It is unclear if, after possession, Omnicore's entire body would be properly controlled. If not, the results would be disastrous. View entry: Flaming Sensation. Hi, guys! Flaming Sensation appears to be the most physically and mentally capable of the candidates in question. He is a relatively new addition to the Rogue Isles, making his motives difficult to discern. While he exhibits villainous tendencies currently, it would not be inconceivable were it to become more rogue-like. While Flaming Sensation has not been observed long enough to confirm his exact biology, he appears to be susceptible to psychic attacks, which should imply that he is also vulnerable to possession. Valid candidate. Confront Dollface. Bring down Dollface. There she is. Hi. Flaming Sensation, your timing could not be better. Ooh, what a surprise. Everyone came to see little old me. You can drop the act, Dollface. It ends now. I see. You seem to have outlived your usefulness, my dear doctor. Dude, she just went from babelicious to creeptastic in like 2 seconds flat. You do not appreciate being misled, creature. You will pay for your insolence. Teehee? This will be so much fun. The time for your prattle has ended. You fools do not know what you stand against. Your lives are over. Die! I'm mezzed. I'm sleeping. Enough! Though this body fails me, your doom yet comes. Not cool. Wheeze gurgle. I don't know what that is. I'm afraid I can't let you do that, doll face. Oh, a whole bunch of Mew Guardians just showed up. That's cool. And Shirako, we've been preparing for this moment for quite some time. I'll have you hold onto that body for a while longer. Speak with Shirako. Ooh, ooh. Come, Flaming Sensation, I would have words with you. Flaming Sensation, you have done well. Arachnos commends you on your efforts. What is this, Shirako? I have had an interest in this creature for some time. She exhibits powers that could prove to be quite useful to Arachnos if directed properly. Furthermore, it appears she shares some functional similarities to my colleague, Ghost Widow. Having possession of this creature may afford me some leverage within Arachnos in the future. Wait a second, this entire time you were after Dollface? Any upcoming MMOs you're excited for or hopeful for? Let's see. There are a couple in the short term. The long-term stuff, I'm certainly not excited about because they're so far off. What's the name of it? Mockingbird looks interesting as sort of a instanced, not really MMO, more sort of like a co-op survival, but interesting game. That is the only one that is in the short term. I haven't got a firm grip yet on PAX Day as to where that's going. And from what I have seen, there need to be significant balance changes to Core Punk before I would really be interested in playing it. It seemed to have an awful lot of downtime between fights, kind of thing. So those are the only ones that appear to be in the near future. Of those, also one other, if it really turns out to be an MMO, and that would be the Dune game from Funcom. Ashes is so far off. I have gone through a number of changes over the years with Ashes. When it first showed up, I went, we'll see. And then I went, I don't know. And then briefly they had their little sort of battle royale, and I went, okay, they've jumped the shark now. This is a scamware kind of thing. But I saw a couple bigger streamers played it and enjoyed it, and then they kept going, making more progress, and sort of left it behind. And I said, okay, maybe it's a game. And then they've made more progress. And go, okay, this is actually a game, not a scam. But they've got a long way to go. And until they're closer to it, I mean, I pay attention, but I'm not keeping an eye on it all the time. So it's very much I'll have to wait and see. But then they all are, realistically. At this point, I almost never get excited for a new game unless we're like in the week before and the pre-release stuff has all been positive. Then I can start getting excited. Yeah, Pantheon, when the guy in charge passed away, I think it kind of lost its way. This entire time you were after Dollface. That's correct, Flaming Sensation. I had been aware that this creature was lurking somewhere within your little group, but it was impossible to discern which one was our target. You only recently arrived in the Rogue Isles, and thus I was certain you were untainted. This is why I chose you as my agent. I must admit, however, that you performed well above expectations. I had implemented a number of alternative measures in case you perished. That were, of course, unnecessary. You survived. Your survival instincts are superb. So I'm free to go? No hard feelings about this whole contest for power thing? He chuckled softly. No, Flaming Sensation. Arachnos takes little interest in the games and power plays that occur within the Isles. To be truthful, they are actually encouraged. Lord Recluse respects ambition, and it appears you have it in spades. You have proved to be crucial with the to the capture of this most valuable entity, and for that you have my gratitude. I sense great potential in you, Flaming Sensation. You have power and the guile necessary to direct it properly. If you survive long enough in this harsh place, I expect you will prosper. Thanks, I think. You got captured. LOL! LOL face. That's what we'll call you. LOL face. I probably shouldn't taunt the ancient, powerful being in case it ever gets out. You know. That would be foolish. You know, I would really, really love to get super enthused for a new MMO, but none of them, the ones that, in the short term at least, look most interesting to me are not really MMOs. They have, you know, some features that are MMO-ish, like Mockingbird. I think it's Mockingbird is the name. Sort of a Victorian aesthetic. You know, and the Dune one, maybe. Funcom makes games with good features, but they seldom make good entire games that last. So, Graves, if you do not mind, Flaming Sensation, I would speak with you in person. We have much to discuss. He wants to talk to me in person. Speak with Dr. Graves in person on Mercy Island. All right, we're off to Mercy Island, and where are we right now? We're here. The ferry is there. I think that's the name. Nope, that's not it. Wait, maybe that is it. Nope, that's not it. Nope, that's not it. Nightingale? Nightingale. Different bird. Nightingale's the one I'm thinking of. I think it's perfectly understandable that I would get that wrong. Nightingale. Yeah, I mean, my expectation would be that Riot's game would be good, but I am less hopeful about that since they lost a lot of their design team, all kind of left about the same time. A lot of their veteran, like the three of the project leads, including Greg Street, Ghostcrawler, all left at about the same time. That's very worrisome to me. And so I'm less convinced that that's a game that has a significant future. And as far as other MMOs go, I like the classic MMO, and there aren't an awful lot of those seemingly coming outside of that. Yeah, craving the new MMO feeling, getting lost in it. Right, losing time. That's it. It's like, oh my God, it's 3 a.m. I got to work tomorrow. I don't ever have to work tomorrow. But you know what I mean. That feeling where you wake up early and maybe you take a nap later because you just want to get back to playing. Graves. He maintains the same grim expression as always. However, his stance is different. It's lower, less aggressive. You would almost say that Dr. Graves appears relieved. So, Flaming Sensation, it's finally over. The creature that called itself Dollface has been captured, and I once again am a free man. I do not expect an amiable reception from you, Flaming Sensation. I know you all too well. Still, I feel that I must thank you. Your efforts have managed to achieve what I once thought was impossible. How long were you working for Dollface, anyway? I do not suffer from the deterioration of age as most do, Flaming Sensation. I've been alive for centuries. I do not remember exactly when the creature first approached me, but it spared my life in exchange for my surgical talents. For each body it stole, I was able to keep that body intact for longer than otherwise. I'm not a squeamish man, nor a moral one. I have committed terrible sins against my fellow man, but the horror, the sheer depravity I witnessed while bound to Dollface was... I am eager to put that behind me. As am I, Graves. This benefactor scam has ended up being a massive waste of time. Ding 17! Dun 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 dun! Graves raised an eyebrow. Has it, Flaming Sensation? The shadowy benefactor was my fabrication, yes. And the promised power you were to be granted did not exist, true. And yet I've witnessed tremendous growth in your power over the course of the trial. And while the organizer of our contest had malicious intentions, you ended up with a benefactor of your own. Few villains in these isles can claim they've assisted a patron of Lord Recluse himself. You seem to have come out of this little game with all the prizes. Huh. If you say so, Graves. Yeah, I am fine. I understand. I mean, the MMO I play most these days is Guild Wars 2, and that's a action tab target hybrid. I would say because I play with the action cam, it's more action than tab targeted for me. But obviously, I like something old school as well. I mean, and I've played, on the other hand, of the superhero wheel, I have played a lot of DC Universe Online over the years. And that, to my mind, plays much more like a console action game than a standard tab-targeted game. So I like all of them. It's the MMO-ness that I like, that I seek out. And I agree completely. There's nothing new and really, really, with the exception, I would say, of Riot, none of them right now are anything that I could see myself getting excited about. Now, assuming the Riot one is still under significant, active, big-time development, and they were to roll out a trailer or gameplay or something like that, I could start getting excited. But right now, I have joked in the past that my over-under on the Riot game releasing is me being in the ground. Into Classic WoW? Yeah, the SODs, that almost pulled me back into Classic as well. The Season of Discovery, I think, is a very, very smart development on the part of Blizzard. I have become a big fan of alternate rule set servers. I think they are a really promising approach for games to take when they start getting, a little bit long in the tooth. Works for EverQuest and EverQuest 2. It's working with the Season of Discovery. I just think it's a really smart addition to what you can offer your player base. Lotro has done a little bit with it as well. So I don't want to say it's the future, but I think it is a future, especially for older games. Alternate rule set servers, I think, is a place where we can see something to bring back the excitement to an older game, where you look forward to, they're bringing out the new server and they've changed this and this and this, like they did with Season of Discovery. I'm going to train up. Let's go with these two. That is a lot of lucky clovers. 27 bits worth of shamrocks. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I've got luck flowing all over me. Oh God, how am I going to get this out of my clothes? Anyone know how you wash out luck? Thank you. Ask about the store. She got no enhancements for me. Kalinda has no love for me. So we have finished out Dr. Graves's mission. All 3 sort of chapters of it. I don't remember ever reaching the last chapter, but I must have once before. Because I remember doing the little bits just before that, or beating up the NPCs. I didn't remember capturing Dollface, or the fact that she was this ancient nightmare. But I think I'm going to call it here. This is a good place for it. I want to thank you all for hanging out with me tonight. I really, really do appreciate it. Thank you for the chat. And for those who didn't chat, thanks for just hanging. I'm very appreciative of having you guys here. It adds to my... I have fun knowing that there's people out there, theoretically, having fun watching me. So, thanks, guys. I really do appreciate it. I should be back tomorrow at my usual time, give or take, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. Probably more of City of Heroes. Or possibly City of Villains, you know. We'll see how it goes. But for now, I think I'm going to call it. Again, thanks, guys. I really do appreciate you hanging out. I hope the rest of your Saturday night kicks ass. I hope your Sunday's great, too. I should be back tomorrow. Hopefully you'll see me soon. Have a great night tonight. Take care, and ciao for now. Good night, guys. Thank you. Thank you all very much.